welcome to We Talk, where we talk about any and everything as a family.
As a family. I'm Stavohn.
I'm Jaevohn.
And I'm Mom.
Make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe. Also, if you're feeling frisky, turn on that notification bell. Now, on to the video.
Okay, so did you guys hear about the man who assaulted a boy for not taking his hat off during the anthem?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I
started.
read something.
I think I
I
saw
saw it on Twitter.
like a headline and I'm like, whatever.
You have this 39-year-old man. I guess they were at a rodeo, and this 13-year-old boy did not take his hat off during the anthem. So he grabbed the boy up by his neck, lifted him off the ground, and slammed him into the ground.
Choke slam?
Ew. For what reason?
Yo.
What reason?
Like the freaking Undertaker, bro. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet. He just like, dude, that had to have felt awesome
For who?
for the man
Oh,
to
okay.
take a human body and then just like, yo, that disabled person is out there like doing wheelies in the street. What's going on? He's like doing donuts and something's going on. He's being weird. But no, like to grab a human being and just with no regard for their safety, just be like, dude, I wouldn't do that.
I would hope
Right.
not.
I wouldn't do that.
But I'm
But
excited over here about
that had to have felt pretty interesting to just be like, I don't care about this person, and I'm about to just like do some wrestling move on them.
Okay. That just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't when you think about the whole big scheme of things.
No, even when you think about the little
The
skinny
scheme.
thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's more disrespectful to chokeslam somebody during the national anthem.
Right. There's
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah.
How brave are you really? Like, you ready to meet Jesus, boy?
Like, imagine just being that 13-year-old boy and you're like, oh yeah. Like, oh, I forgot I'm wearing a hat. Let me go take it.
Yo, 13 is like, it's a
Is the boy
chokeslammable age.
Clearly.
Is the boy okay?
No, the boy was in the hospital. No, the boy was not okay. mean,
I said, is he okay?
I don't know what his long-term thing is, but he was definitely hospitalized. That's just crazy to me that somebody can justify doing that. You know, I
And
mean,
what is the reason? Like, there's no reason.
I mean,
Is it just for like patriotism? Cause that's who's that patriotic?
Stupid. That's just stupid. Like,
I love blind patriotism.
yeah, no.
I don't know. I think like is the man in jail?
Oh yeah, I'm sure the man is in jail. Yeah.
So, yeah, to just like attack a stranger's
Right.
kid?
That's I mean,
all for the national. And is it customary to take your hat off during the anthem?
yeah, like, because of
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, imagine
If
with that
somebody-
39-year-old man with
if
the gun to
somebody
Colin
kneeled-
Kaepernick.
Right, and that's what that would, yeah. No, he wouldn't, I don't think he would have got that off with, Colin Kaepernick.
He'd have to do something else. He'd have to like, I don't know, drop kick him or something.
Imagine if that 13-year-old boy kneeled and said,
Yeah, he'd have kicked him in the
He
head.
would have snapped his neck.
That's just really sad.
I don't know. I think, I mean, look, to be patriotic is fine. To attack a stranger because of your patriotism is something else, which transitions into, no, bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. So, I mean, if you think about it, the military kind of does that. They just like attack strangers, like and cause harm to strangers for patriotism. Which I mean, and I'm not saying that it's not justified. I mean, sometimes it might not be justified, but like that's just weird to me.
Where are you going with your disdain for the military?
Look, I am actually less disdainful of the military than I used to be. And I recognize the military as being necessary, and I recognize that oh, excuse me, for us to have the things that we have and to live the way that we live, like the military is necessary.
Okay.
But you know, like it's kind of weird to just go off to somebody else's country, looking for weapons of mass destruction or whatever. But it's really all about money, like, and to just like start capping people.
That's the thing I don't like about the military is like it just kills people, like for funsies sometimes, and I'm like, I don't roll with that. Like,
I don't think it's for funsies.
I don't think it's for fun.
I think bare minimum is for money. Like, but I'm sure like it's all super complicated.
But where
and
does the
it's
order
like,
come from? I mean, the military just don't go off on their own. You know, hey.
Military's a tool.
Hey.
The military is a gun, if you think about it.
But like
who's pulling the trigger?
Exactly. Well, who's pulling the trigger?
Yo, I don't know.
the president.
Thank you.
It is
I
actually
agree.
the president. He's in charge of the military.
Is he in charge of every operation and everything that
He's
the military does?
He's like the chief of commander-in-chief. That's what they
I
call
mean,
the president.
is he-
commander-in-chief.
Is our president aware of everything that the military is doing? Because like the last time I heard, and trust me, I don't pay attention to what goes on with politics or the president or whatever. Like last time I heard, he doesn't even read like the briefings that he's supposed to read,
That's
like
'cause
little
he's too
like.
busy on
That's what I
Twitter.
meant.
Like look, and I'm saying like, so how much control
I mean, I
does he
think
have
that-
over
okay,
the military?
But my thing is, I feel like the president,
Maybe
not,
that's why
not
innocent
hi-
people are getting killed.
I mean, the president, not referring to him, but I think
He who shall not be named.
No, I'm just saying that is the president's job, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, so the fact that he's not doing
No,
that,
that-
that's on him. But I feel like it's the president's job to know.
You don't
know,
believe that.
You know, everything that is.
He's
going
trying to set
on.
up
That's
a
in the-
space for us.
That's in the Constitution.
What?
He said it's his job, I believe. Like, no, you don't believe. It's his job, period. Point blank in the Constitution.
Well, I mean, but
I mean, okay, think about it. If he oversees it, like if he oversees the military as a whole, that's like, imagine being the general manager at like, you know, some store or whatever. It's not like you have your hand in every little action that's being done
Yeah,
by
you
all
have,
the
like,
people
your-
at the bottom of the
You
pyramid.
have like your shift supervisor.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you're communicating with people who are a rung lower than you. They're communicating with people who are a rung lower. Like, and just like throughout all of this, like information gets lost and information gets misinterpreted.
But still-
Information is deliberately like withheld, or you know, so there's all kinds of crazy things that could go
ultimately,
on.
he is the responsible one. It all rolls back up to him. It rolls down from him. I mean, he is the one.
At the end of the day, I just think that like maybe innocent people shouldn't be killed.
I honestly think that we really need to make America great again.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me.
You just threw that around and I didn't.
When was it
feel
right? I mean, if you
Before Trump, boom, got her.
yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Obama, no, it wasn't great then. Like even like, I recognize it wasn't great.
I don't even know. Like, I feel like America's great now, honestly. Like, you know, as
For
crazy
you?
as crazy as things are, and for me, yeah, of course. Like, it's all about. I'm not gonna say it's all about me, but it's all like when you're thinking, you think in terms of me, right? So,
I'm not, but go ahead. I'm listening.
you know, I mean, it's great for me. And I'm saying that I don't remember a time when it wasn't great, because it's like, I've just never had to deal with that aspect of America.
I
So-
just feel like, you know, with all the mass shootings, I don't feel like it's great.
Hey,
And
bro,
feel
if I don't
like-
get
feel
shot.
like- oh, it's a good day if you don't get shot.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
you're
like-
not going to school every day. That's
But
me.
you know
gotta
what?
be there
I mean, I'm
every
gonna
day.
be honest. When I went to Walmart that next day, I was looking around. Like,
Really?
but my thing is, when you have the person who is at the top that is spewing so much hatred, I mean, what is it that we think is gonna happen?
Yeah.
These people, you
I'm
know,
not
they take
gonna-
advantage of it.
I'm not going to sit here and like blame it all on Mr. Donald
No, we're
Trump.
not blaming it all on him, but
But because people at the end of the day need to take accountability for their stuff.
Yeah.
If you get inspired by him to go shoot up a Walmart, like you still shot up the Walmart. Doesn't
Exactly,
matter
but
what
you were
inspiration
inspired
comes
by
from.
him.
I feel like there's so many different elements at play with this whole mass shooting thing. Like all the hatred that is like now being invigorated in America, whether it's from Trump or just from people who see Trump
I think
as.
that hatred has always been there, but I think that he makes it okay for them to act
He's
upon
like,
it.
Look, that's neither here nor there. I'm saying that like there's so many different elements to it. Like it could be that mixed with the mental health, mixed with the ease of access of weaponry, mixed with the fact that like these people that do these things are glorified. Like, oh, you
Mixed with the fact that some people are just evil anyway.
I mean,
Oh
mixed
my
with the
gosh.
fact that you just don't really care about people.
That's
like,
true.
and if your life has been in your mind like trash, like, and you're just so tired of it all, and you don't care about people because nobody cared about you or whatever, all of those things coming together. I don't know. I feel like it's more than just like one issue in regards to something like a mass shooting. I feel like it's very complicated.
Yeah, I agree. It is very complicated.
But, also, and I feel like as far as, Trump inspiring hate within people, like, whether he is directly inspiring the hate or indirectly doing it. Like, okay, think about it like this. If somebody sees Trump and they think that he's like, oh, he hates all minorities or whatever, like it's cool for me to do that. And then they start acting a certain way, and then that spreads because people see that person acting a certain way, and they're like, oh, it's cool for us to just be hating minorities now. Like, so it spreads. I feel like it comes from the top, and then also from the lower
I feel
levels.
like you already have to have something in you. I mean, I don't feel like, because you've seen him be hateful and you think it's okay. I think that's already in you. I just feel like you feel like it's okay to express it because, hey, he expresses it and, he's the president.
I would honestly, so long as they're not like harming people, I'm okay with them expressing.
But people are being harmed. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And hey, and that, like, that's not cool. Look, I'm saying that, everybody has the right to free speech, whatever. Like, everybody has the right to their own opinion.
But you don't have the right to free speech. I mean, you see, when Colin tried to exercise free speech in a peaceful manner, all the flack that he caught, I mean, you don't have the right to that. I mean...
Look, legally you do, I guess.
Okay.
But not even legally if you think about it, because you can't say things about, like, the sitting president, right?
You can't.
Like, you can't say, like, oh, like, I think that he should be shot and killed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, whatever. Like, so, you can't just, like, say whatever. So, free speech is, like... I don't know. Do we really have free speech?
What's funny is that, like, when, like, Black Lives Matter and stuff, when there would be, like, riots, people would be like, oh, that's just a violent hate organization. Like, but now, like, MAGA people, like, actually shooting and killing people in Walmarts. And, like, be telling people, like, certain people, like, you can't enter my store because you could be...
I mean, but there are MAGA people who aren't actually hateful and aren't actually racist, and they just, I don't know, like Trump for whatever reason.
How do you... okay. What reason would you have to like him? Like, I'm being serious. Like, that's my... Like, that's a real question.
Some people have that same, whatever mentality he has. Some people have that mentality. I mean, they're like-minded people. Therefore, they like each other. I mean...
Well, you could be, like, not racist and, like... But how you can sit there and watch him be racist and just, like, view past that.
Some people are like that. You know, I mean.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about, I'm sorry, were you going to say something? Okay, so I wanted to talk about, I read this headline the other day that was talking about, like some rally, like Trump was at some sort of political rally in like North Carolina or whatever, and he started a racist chant, and then like a lot of the people.
It was like, go back to your country.
Yeah, a lot of the people at the rally started chanting along with him, and then people were acting like so outraged by it. I'm like, oh, what did he start chanting? And so I was like looking it up for a long time. It took me forever to find it, and then he was chanting "Send her back" or whatever,
Right.
talking about that Omar chick. Is it?
Jaevohn and Mom.
Yeah, and I'm like, is that racist? Like,
Yeah. Because think about it. If you were to go into your job and like tell somebody and be like, you know what, I'm gonna send you back, like you would get fired.
I don't know. But I was just thinking like that the headline was very inflammatory, right? It was very like racist. Like he's so racist. Like look at how racist he is. But it's like
Where did she come from?
Yeah, where's she from?
Where's
Is she
she from?
not
Is she
American?
from? No, she's not. Is she from like Somalia or?
That's still racist.
I actually don't know. I guess I can look it up real quick. But I don't know if it's racist.
Why
Like,
is it not? How is it not?
look, I'm not saying that it's cool, but you know,
No, I'm like
him saying like send her back to her country doesn't mean like I hate the people in
I
her
don't know,
country.
Yeah, but
but when
that's
I
like-
hear you say that, my mind
Go back to Africa.
Thank you. That's exactly where my mind goes to.
She's from Mogadishu, Somalia. She's 37. She looks good for 37.
Okay, I'm gonna
Hey. Hey, you was just trying to send her back a minute ago.
I wasn't saying send her back. Yo, see, and this is how this stuff gets started, man. These rumors.
But like I said, that when you said that, that's where my mind went. You
Go
know,
back to Africa?
Yeah, I mean.
But like, okay, somebody saying go back to Africa to me doesn't make sense because I'm not from Africa.
So therefore, that would be racist.
It's like
It's ignorant for sure.
you just shouldn't say it. Like you can't. Why does she have to go back? What right do you have to tell her to go back?
I don't know because it's like I understand his mentality.
That's a
where it's like
nationalist
if you don't like
mentality.
things in this country, you go back to your country.
Okay, but y'all were the ones complaining when Obama was president. So why didn't you go back to Europe? I'm confused.
He's not from Europe.
Okay, but I was talking about like people always like minorities.
Look,
always
and
tell
that's the thing. She is literally from another country.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but I'm saying in general, I'm taking that argument. People always tell minorities, like, well, if
Yeah,
you don't
I
like how it
understand
is,
what
go
you're
back.
Yeah, I understand
Like,
that.
first of all, I'm from here. Second of all, you first.
Yeah, like I'm not, and I agree with that. Where it's like, you know, like where are your people from, homie?
Right.
Like, and
Right.
my people didn't even like want to come here.
Yeah.
Like, my people are here because of you.
Bro, y'all brought us over here and then y'all be like, go back. How about...
How about you give me a ticket? You pay for my.
No, even if you gave me, I'm not going to Africa. I'm American. I like America. I'm staying. Like I'm not going anywhere.
I've established a life here.
I just think it's so crazy how whether that was racist or not, and then whether the people who were chanting along were racist or not, because I'm sure there were some racists who were chanting along, and then there were some who just like were caught up in that whole mob thing. I don't know. I felt like that headline was very pointed intentionally. Like it was.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's journalism.
I hate politics. I hate it.
But my thing is, it's like what we're talking about with the mental health thing. It's like the perception. So even if you're sitting in the audience and you don't know that she's like not from here, and you're just like, oh, send her back.
Right,
Send her back. Then like you go and you see like a black person, you're like, we sending you back.
And see, my thing is, I didn't know where she was from. I didn't make the assumption that she wasn't from anywhere other than here. I mean, I don't know. So for me to hear her send her back, I'm like, and I know she brown, and I'm like, yeah. So
Look, no, and see, so it makes sense to say send her back or like go back and fix your country because that's something else he said. But in regards to I can't remember what the whole group is called, the squad.
yeah,
or
the
whatever.
4 women or something.
Yeah, the
yes.
4 women. The other 3 are actually American, and so when he said like go back and fix your like trash countries or whatever,
And
that's
that would tell you right there. If you're looking at it in that context, then yeah, that is, you know, a little shady.
Or maybe that's super meta, and he's like, go fix your country, which is America. Help me.
No, that's not it.
Because they'd be trying to help him and he'd be like, go fix your country.
Yeah, no.
Help me make America great.
And you know, for you to say, go fix your country when you know I was born here, then that's racist.
No, that's politics. I think
That's kind of racist.
look, he knew darn well that 3 of those 4 women were from here, but he also knew that it'd be a great soundbite for him to say, how about all of you go back and fix your countries? Like, he knew that that'd be a great soundbite, so he's playing off of that. Like, so whether he's racist or not, I know he doesn't believe that they're all from like different countries.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
And so that,
That's
all
why
of this stuff is just being played up because, it's like election time's coming up. Like, so.
I don't know, that mentality is just dangerous. Because he knows that they're American. And so him being like, well, go fix your country. It's like, well, this is my country. Don't assume that it's, like, don't try to tell me that it's not. And that's, like, kind of where, like, minorities don't have a place in America, because people be like, go fix your country, and they don't recognize that this is your country.
Is that racist, though? Is it racist?
I don't know what it is, but is it
somebody is
messed
from a
up?
different country.
Is that messed up?
Yeah, like, it's messed up to say, like, go back to your own country. But I don't think it's racist.
What is it? I mean,
Look,
I don't know if it's racist or not either. Let's go from that standpoint. But
it's ignorant for sure. Like, it's not something that that a kind person does.
Oh no, okay.
Like it's messed up, but I'm just going off of the definition of racism here.
Okay, well, I do believe it's racist. I do. I feel like it's racist. Okay, I don't know what else you would call it.
I just think that's like a.
I mean, are you calling it
nationalist
racist
point of
because
view.
you don't know what else to call it?
I'm calling it racist
I feel
because
like that's
they're
what
looking
people
at a
do.
person and they are judging them by the color of their skin, and they are so therefore.
I don't think that there was any judge. He's like, if you guys don't like, if you don't like it here, go back to your own country.
These 4 brown women. Come on.
I gotta interject. That would have never happened if they were like German descent, if they were from Germany, like, or if they're from some other white
Because
country.
they'd be like, stop immigration, but it's not white immigration.
Right.
It's
just
stop
like,
brown
They're
immigration.
judging them with their appearance. Like,
I mean,
I've never heard anybody say, "Go back to your country" to somebody who
Up here.
looks like they're
Yeah.
from here, or they could fit right in. So
I mean,
that's why I think it is a little racist. Well, not a little racist. I
It's
think it's racist.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that it's like, look, it's messed up. I just don't think
But
that.
why do you feel like it's messed up?
Because, I mean, you're being ignorant by just assuming that these brown people are from elsewhere, even though one of them is. Like I don't even think he was assuming. Like I think he just knew that he was saying something that was not correct, but it just sounded good, and people would latch onto it, and it would like get people talking. It would make like people like us talk. So-
press.
Yeah, but racism is it's something else. Like I don't think he was making judgments about them as people by saying like go back to your country.
Well, whatever
Like,
it is, it's messed up.
So look, I'm just going off of the definition of racism here.
But I
Which is-
feel like he's judging them because of the color of their skin. I mean, he's making these remarks and because of the color of their skin. Like he said, if these were these people appeared to be white, then it wouldn't. I mean, this wouldn't even be going on.
I actually don't know if that's the case. If there was a super liberal like German woman like who was born in Germany and she's like, you know, saying all of this stuff, who knows what he'd probably say like, why don't you go back to Germany and go fix what's going on over there, which I don't know what's going on in Germany. But like,
Even if she was born here.
I mean, look, I don't know. Like, if she was born here, it probably wouldn't make as much sense for him to do that.
Well, 3 of the women were born here.
Look, I'm saying that he's playing off of the fact that it sounds like it's inflammatory.
But
because all of these women are minorities, it's inflammatory for him to say, go back to your own country.
But the thing is, I don't...
Like, I know that he knows that they were born here.
Yes, he knows what he's doing. I mean,
like, so...
And it, like, wasn't inflammatory. Like, I agree, but what I think is being said is, like, if it was, like, a German woman, I don't think he would ever think to say that because she's white.
If she was, like a literal German woman, like somebody born in Germany, like, I could see him saying, go back to your own country.
Okay, but the thing is, we're talking about, like, the other 3 that were born here.
I mean, yeah. Like, but we started talking about the send her back chant, right? Which was, I think, only directed at Omar, but I actually don't know because I didn't look too far into it.
Okay.
So I don't know about that. So I could see him saying, like, you know, like, why don't you go back to your own country if she was literally from another country.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
So, I don't know.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Why did it take you 1,000,000 years always to just
Make
get
sure
into the outro?
To like, comment down below, and subscribe. Try to have a conversation with your family, see if you can get on the same page.
If not the same page, at least the same chapter.
If not the same chapter, send her back, okay?
You are
Send her-
awful. It's awful.